Hello everybody, welcome back. If you have not been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books and I am currently reading the Bridgerton series. I read it to Gregory on the way to the wedding. Now some people will be there going, wait, that's the last one. In my Bridgerton collection, volume 3, this also has Because of Miss Bridgerton, which follows a Billy Bridgerton, who I now understand to be the sister to Father Bridgerton from the main Bridgerton series. So I think is this supposed to be the Rockesby? It's kind of Bridgerton / Rockesby. It's a whole new series with them, I have no idea. But yeah, so this one is Gregory. Gregory Bridgerton believes he's found his dream woman. Unfortunately, the ravishing Miss Hermione Watson is in love with another. Her best friend, the ever-practical Lady Lucinda Abernathy, wants to save Hermione from a disastrous alliance and offers to help Gregory win her heart. In the process, Lucy falls in love with Gregory, but she's already engaged and her uncle is not inclined to let her out of the betrothal. Now on the way to the wedding, Gregory must risk everything to ensure that when it comes to kiss the bride, he's the only man standing at the altar. So at the very beginning of the book, it's one of those, this is now, and let's go back. You see Gregory on the way to a wedding, getting ready to interrupt. So, I must admit, I love the name Hermione Watson because it just made me think of Harry Potter. So it just made me think of, obviously, Hermione being played by Emma Watson. So that's where my brain went when I saw the name Hermione Watson. Did anybody else do that? Or was it just my brain that did that? Yeah, so when Gregory meets Lucy's friend, Hermione, he thinks he's fallen in love. He thinks it's love at first sight. As you go through, you wonder if it is just lust. Hermione is in love with her father's secretary. I think it's the secretary. Basically, it's just somebody that her family wouldn't want her to be with. But she is very much in love with this man. And Gregory thinks that Hermione is the one for him, though. And they're going, okay, so she may be in love, but they're not engaged. And even when people are engaged, that does not necessarily mean that you can abandon hope on that. So he is trying to get to know Hermione. He's fallen in lust on first sight. And you're seeing the point of view of Gregory and Lucy, throughout the books. And I absolutely love Lucy. I love her so much. I thought she was so sweet. I thought she was brilliant. There's a whole mystery regarding Lucy, which I did not see coming at all, because you think of this as being like Gregory's book. This is Lucy's book, really. And Gregory just comes in to help save what's going on, because Lucy has been betrothed to another, because basically her uncle has set this all up. But you do find out there's a bit of a story there in regards to Lucy's uncle and things that her father may or may not have done. Basically, there is a whole mystery in regards to Lucy's father and her uncle. And as that story continues to come out, it's just like, oh my goodness, I did not see any of this coming. I did enjoy this one. I have no idea what order I put in regards to enjoyability. I did enjoy Pen and Colin. As you all know, even though it wasn't everybody's favourite book, I did actually quite enjoy Eloise's story, based on my own history with depression. I thought it just depends on people's own relationship with it and how much they know and how much they don't, and their own experience with it, as I said. But for me, it read well based on my own experience with depression. But yeah, I did enjoy this. I very much enjoyed the friendship that Lucy and Gregory develop, and how through that they then eventually realise that they're falling in love with each other. But you do spend a lot of the time seeing Gregory pining over Hermione before he actually realises that his heart is actually being drawn more towards Lucy. When you find out that Hermione may be getting married, there comes a point where she's like, oh, actually, is this supposed to be Gregory and Lucy, or is he interrupting Hermione's wedding? And so, yeah, there is a bit of a question mark on, like, which wedding is he trying to interrupt at the very beginning of the book. But with the chapter headings, when you're looking at, like, our hero and our heroine, and it's just like, it's obviously trying to paint Gregory and Lucy as being the pairing, but there are sometimes little question marks over whether it might actually be Hermione's wedding that he is interrupting after all. So, yeah, I thought it was really sweet. I mean, I did actually see, because there was somebody that I watched on YouTube, a booktuber, who She's not the biggest fan of the Bridgerton books. She's read all of them at this point, but she said that the men in the men always seem to have a bit of questionability over consent, whereas I feel like, whereas obviously in The Duke and I, Daphne has that consent thing going on as well. I don't think it's quite as black and white as that YouTuber thinks it is. I think there is a bit of a grey area in regards to some of it, and definitely when it comes to In His Kiss, which was Gareth and Hyacinth. I don't remember there being any consent issues in that one, but yeah, I wasn't aware of any consent issues really between Lucy and Gregory. Gregory, I keep calling him Greg, he's never actually referred to as Greg in the book, but Gregory does spend time trying to get to know Hermione. So I don't really see any consent issues there. He's just like, he's like, she will be mine, but he never actually does that to Hermione. Even though he thinks he's fallen in love with her, he never is saying, like, to Hermione, you will be mine, like, there's no question about this. He wants to get to know her, wants her to feel the same way that he feels about her. So, yeah, I never really saw any issues with consent there, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to be married to that person one day. As long as you don't actually force anybody to do anything, there's not really any consent issues there, really. Just like me going like, okay, David Tennant will be mine. It's just like, I'm not actually doing anything about it. There's no consent to worry about there. Because I'm not actually doing anything about it. Oh, sorry, so I just slammed my wardrobe door. But yeah, I need to wrap this up because I need to go collect my car. But yeah, I thought it was sweet. I really liked the friendship that Gregory and Lucy had, and the fact that even Lucy is at a point trying to help Gregory get with Hermione, because even Lucy isn't the biggest fan of the pairing of Hermione and the person that she is in love with. And yeah, it really just one big family saga, admittedly. But yeah, I enjoyed All the Way to the Wedding. And at this point, I have actually just finished because of Miss Bridgerton as well. So I am looking forward to talking about Billy. I really like Billy. I'm really looking forward. I mean, is there like a full-on series? I mean, at the moment, I'm only seeing the Bridgerton books on here, so I need to look a little bit more into Julia Quinn's books and find out what was going on with the Bridgerton Rockesby situation. The cover for this collection, because as I said, it's got 3 books, so it's In His Kiss, On the Way to the Wedding, and Because of Miss Bridgerton, and that is the front cover I have for this collection. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another video. Stay safe, I love you all.